guys around you, it almost looks like you're in a car.
If I remember correctly, these here is either right here or right there. Well, I did because I was standing up during the week. You were sitting down. You and Jacob were sitting down, and I was standing up. Yeah, I took, like I said, I took pictures of the set. Right, for me, it's getting the bag. Other than that, last year, I'm going to take a picture. Like I said,
On behalf of the students and staff of Red Hook High School, welcome to the commencement exercises of the class of 2016. My name is Roy Paisley. I'm the high school principal. I'm joined on stage here by Assistant Principal Amanda Green, Superintendent of Schools Paul Finch, and Board of Education President Kelly Mosier. Today marks the 110th commencement exercises of the Red Hook School District. I'd like to call your attention to the program. The class of 2016 officers are listed inside the front cover, as well as the class advisors and the junior class officers who are serving as marshals today. We've listed the names of the graduates in the program, as well as 7 pages of awards that were presented earlier this month. Finally, the words to the alma mater appear on the back cover. Oh, and before I forget, somebody left a key back by a tree. If it's yours, see me when the ceremony's over. All right, at this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Isabel Vasquez, who will lead us in the national anthem. Mrs. Green.
Hope y'all don't mind if I get my note first. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursted in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. I'd now like to ask the senior chorus members to please come forward. They'll be singing the alma mater. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Christian Rohrmeyer, Salutatorian of the class of 2016.
Good morning. Before I begin, I would like to thank everyone who made today possible. First, of course, our parents. And secondly, the many people who have made Red Hook High School the place it is today, with a special shout out to Mr. Paisley on his retirement. Because, fellow graduates, we are not only graduating with a high school diploma, but with a Red Hook High School diploma. And that sets us apart from everyone else. And lastly, fellow graduates, we need to thank ourselves. We've put in approximately 13 years of work, and now here we are at this pinnacle of achievement, ready to start new adventures and truly join the world. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, or RPI, has a slogan: why not change the world? Why not change the world? Ever since we were young children, we are told to change the world. We are told to make a difference, to think outside the box. So, if this phrase is constantly being instilled in us, why is it that there is only one Bill Gates, one Steve Jobs, one Mozart, one Georgia O'Keeffe, one Neil Armstrong, one Mahatma Gandhi? Many of you may be thinking that's about skills, but look at us. There are over 100 people here graduating with a Red Hook Central School District education. And people here have talent. Look at some of the artwork produced, listen to the band, or look at some test scores. We are not short of skills or talent here. And now you guess that the answer is opportunity. Opportunity to make a change, make a difference, be successful. But it's not that either. What it is failure to take advantage of opportunity. Every day, we hear about entrepreneurs finding solutions to problems that we hadn't even thought of. There are so many opportunities for us to use our talents, as we can all agree that the world still has quite a few problems, such as war, poverty, disease, social issues, energy crises, and we experience minor problems every day, like managing our time or trying to do everything we want to get done. All of these are opportunities for us to use our talents, creativity, and education, but most people don't. Most people would prefer to sit back and only do what other people tell them to do. Most people would prefer to let other people think for them. Seth Godin, an author and blogger, explains this in his book, What to Do When It's Your Turn, and It's Always Your Turn. He was the keynote speaker at the annual Carol F. Johnson Scholastic Achievement Dinner on May 18th in Tarrytown. He talked about how even though we all have so many skills and talents and abilities, it is really about using them, really about taking our turn, as he says. He is an example from a viral YouTube video from 10 years ago, demonstrating the broken escalator paradox. The paradox begins with two well-dressed people who seem to be stressed and in a hurry, most likely business executives, riding in an escalator, when all of a sudden the escalator comes to a halt. Now these important people are stuck and can't get where they need to go because there's nobody to fix the escalator or rescue them. But all they have to do is walk right off the escalator. The stairs exist as part of the escalator already. They may not be as convenient or as automatic, but using them is better than being stuck. Too many people become like the executives, unable or perhaps unwilling to see the stairs in the broken escalator. Too often, the escalator that we are on breaks, and we fail to see the stairs. But all we have to do is look. We just have to be thirsty enough to look for every opportunity to make a difference. And yes, all of these opportunities will have the possibility of failure. Some of them will result in failure, but we can't let our fear of failure stop us. We have a Red Hook Central School District education. We have the tools, the skills, and the talent to succeed. Out of these halls have walked doctors, lawyers, inventors, CEOs, Olympic athletes, and even the first PhD from SUNY Nanotech was awarded to a Red Hook graduate. The all too common answer to why not change the world is that it's too hard. It's too hard to look for the opportunity to do something, even though there are opportunities all around. It's too hard to change from what we are doing and try something new. It's too dangerous to move away from the tried and true. You very well might fail. In fact, you are going to fail multiple times. But at the end of it all, you will have changed the world. So please, all of you, embrace that fear. Jump off that ledge. Start that new project. Make an impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Christian. At this time, I would like to ask the senior chorus members to please come forward again for a vocal selection.
Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid?
Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. There is so much to do and only so many hours in a day.
Don't you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old? You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through.
Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you?
Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad that it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Girl, you can see when you're wrong. You know you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride. But don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. Will you realize Vienna waits for you? For the longest time. For the longest, if you say goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me when you put your arms around me. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Maybe this won't gone this far, and it's more than I hoped for. How much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances. I forgot how nice romance is. That hasn't happened for the longest time.
Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Isabel Vasquez, valedictorian of the class of 2016, to make the next introduction.
Hi again. So, this year, I'm the valedictorian. I was very surprised when I found that out, because I'm someone who, and you are going to look at me sourly when I say this, but I don't really feel like school is that important in terms of one's education. There's a Mark Twain quote that goes with that, and I can't remember it for the life of me, so I'm just going to keep going. Basically, I think, that high school is just something that sort of becomes a part of a bigger transformation that we all have gone through these past few years. I know everybody sitting here has been through some crazy stuff and done all kinds of stuff on their own that they didn't think they were capable of doing, or had to deal with things that might have felt like the worst thing in the world. And the fact that we made it through that and that we're all sitting here today is what we should be the most proud of, because that means we can keep living, and that's pretty good, right? Honestly, you can get a diploma, and it doesn't matter if you're a person who is deeply unhappy with yourself and you have a diploma. You have a problem. You don't have a diploma. If you're someone who's incredibly happy with yourself, you've been blessed. And I hope that all of you today are feeling happy with yourselves for what you have accomplished and what you have survived and what you have learned about yourselves and what you have come to value within yourselves. And it's for that reason that I decided to bring in the extra positive survivor, man extraordinaire, Mr. Jake Marshall, two-time Mr. Red Hook, to give the valedictory speech. Because I think Jake is one of those people who we do all see every day and feel slightly better just being around, because Jake has this amazing energy of just optimism and perseverance that even though I don't know Jake, when I see him, I'm like, yeah, I can do this. So I respect Jake a lot. I think he's a great guy, and he's going to talk to you right now. Thank you.
How y'all doing? Woo! All right. Well, I'm standing here and giving the speech, not really due to my grades. You can just ask my parents or any teacher I've had. I mean, they're average. I can take average. Got me into college. That's all that matters. I'm here because of my Red Hook experience. Red Hook is a great town, despite what Rhinebeck may say. Sorry. I love this town, and many of the opportunities I had here probably wouldn't have been possible without living here. Everybody has their own Red Hook experience, and it's unique to them. But we all share some things in this small town, whether it be going to Holy Cow with the rest of the town on a hot summer night. Even Rhinebeck may show up. I don't know why. They have Dells. Come on. Or going to Charlie O's on wing night. Woo! All right. Is it Wednesday? I don't know. Anyway, everybody has their own experience. And just be happy you're from Red Hook. It's a great town. I know it's little and whatnot, but I'm proud to be a Raider, and I always will be. My past here in Red Hook definitely My past here in Red Hook will not outdo my future, as I hope it will not outdo yours. I love this town, and I'm very proud of it, but my future has me excited. I'll be studying broadcasting at SUNY Oswego, with half the school, pretty much. If it all works out, I'll be getting paid to talk about sports, and that barely sounds like work to me. I want my Red Hook experience to be a part of my future, but not overwhelm it. You know, you don't want to be stuck in high school Rob Lowe. You know, those commercials? Yeah. Life is meant to be lived and then remembered. Wow, I should have remembered this. All right. It didn't work out for Gatsby. There we go. And that dude was rich, you know? Like, even the Leonardo DiCaprio Gatsby, it didn't work out for. I know I'm the billionth person to tell you this, but find your dream and chase it. Never stop. Live your life. Do what makes you happy. Life is too short to not be happy. I know many of you know this, but when I was little, I learned that life was no guarantee. I had a brain tumor and was given little chance to live. Well, here I am, 16 years later, talking at our graduation. It's unfortunate that something tragic has to enforce the idea that life is special. But without my brain tumor, who knows? I may have been a quiet guy who rarely smiles. Maybe my brain tumor caused me to be a loud, semi-obnoxious, smiling guy with an appreciation for life. I love my life and wouldn't change a thing about it. Live your life to the fullest and don't let anything pass you by. 4 more quick points and then I'm done, I promise. Where would any of us be without our family? They have been there for us from day one and will continue to be there for us until our final day. I would like to thank my family here today. Dad, you inspire me with your toughness and your grit. I'm a wimp compared to you. Laura, she lives in North Carolina, unfortunately. I love goofing off with you and making fun of Emily together, and I can't wait to see you. Sorry, Em. Emily, as I've made clear, you inspire me with your work ethic and ability to stay focused. I lack both traits and hope to learn from the best. The next one, this one might be a little tough. I've always been kind of a huge mama's boy. Mama Marsh, Big Cat, whatever I call you. I love you with all my heart. In our 18 years together, we've been through hell and back. Sorry for cursing. But you have always been there for me and will always be there for me. Laura, Emily, and Dad, I love you guys a lot. You got nothing on my mama. Graduates, after today's ceremony, please thank your loved ones for all they have done for you. We each have developed countless friendships during our 13 years together in school. These friendships do not need to end as we toss our caps into the air, which I didn't know we weren't allowed to do. So, as we toss our caps into the air, signaling the conclusion of our youth. But our friendships will take on a new life. People we've seen every day for the past 13 years or so will not be forgotten as we step into this new life, but will be remembered with old friends in our heart. There are some friends who go above and beyond what friendship is, and who become family, really. Within my family, I wasn't lucky enough to have a brother, but I found one in Colin Bemis. There's a quote from the movie Remember the Titans, which I watched last night. You gotta watch it whenever it's on. It's a quote from the movie Remember the Titans, which portrays friendship in a magnificent way. It says, there are some friends you just want to grow old and fat with. Well, Beamer, I'm already fat, so we're halfway there. All right. Next up, we certainly have some great teachers here at Red Hook, and we all have our favorites. Without them, nobody would be here walking across the stage receiving a diploma. Whether it be staying after to try and learn trig or giving up a treasured double study hall to do a chem lab, it was all done with their best intentions to get us here on the stage, to give us the best future we can dream of. They've given us the tools to be successful, well past the walls of high school. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank every teacher I've had. Without you, I'd be lost. I'd also like to thank Ms. Verstashi and Ms. Miles, our class advisors, for all their hard work this year. Right, Evan? Hey. Finally, I find it interesting that sometimes the best relationship a student can have with a teacher resembles more of a friendship rather than a teacher-student one. We all have that one teacher we go to during a study hall to rant about life, complain about girls, or maybe even do work on a slim chance. So I would like to thank Mrs. Miller for being that teacher for me. You're so much more than my former chem teacher. Love you, T. Mills. Another important teacher in my life is Mr. Carruthers. Without him, you wouldn't have had to listen to me today Whether that be a good or bad thing, I'll leave that for you to decide. I found ways to be in that man's class for 3 straight years, packed with memories. One, I'm not really allowed to discuss. I think Mr. Paisley knows what I'm talking about there. My belt's fine. One for G Baby, right, Connor? And then the other, the legendary Wrath of the Isabel. You get the horn, you get the bull, you get the horns, something like that. Right, Bull? Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Carruthers. I have found the rocket. All right, Coach. It certainly is a beautiful day to graduate. Lessons learned while playing for you will be carried with me throughout the rest of my life. Playing lacrosse was one of the best decisions of my young life. Mr. Salino, much like any other coach, talks about doing good in the community. I approached him about doing a St. Jude event to coincide with one of our lacrosse games. He said, let's do it without even hesitating. That meant more to me than I may have let on. Coach Salino, thank you for being more than a coach to me. And to every other teacher, coach, aide, principal, custodian, superintendent, and student I have known, thank you. And a funny story with Mr. Paisley, freshman orientation, remember that? It was an awful time. It was like hot, and we started on the football field. He finds me in the hallway trying to figure out how to do my locker. He goes, Jake, I only want to see you here for 4 years. Well, I did it. Let's go. All right. Red Hook is my home, no doubt about it, even if my address may disagree. I love every little bit of this boring town. I may have led my last cheer, I may have played my last game, but I will always be a Raider. Stay classy, Red Hook. Thank you.
Before we begin the presentation of diplomas, I'd like to take this opportunity to offer my personal congratulations to the class of 2016. Today marks the next phase of your life and the end of a 13-year educational journey. And I know Jake stole a little bit of my thunder, but during that time you've grown, you've matured, you've changed in many ways. Many people, parents, relatives, friends, teachers, and others have influenced you, guided you, mentored you, helped you to get where you are today. So at this time, I'd like to continue a Red Hook tradition and ask the graduates to stand up quietly as a group and look around and find a member of your family or a close friend. Think for a moment how that person has cared for you and looked after you for the last 17 years, and then give them a good round of applause. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Paul Finch, Superintendent of Schools.
Good morning. Congratulations, class of 2016. You must have been a pretty horrible class to push Mr. Paisley into retirement. I'm just kidding. I know it wasn't you. You guys are great. It was your parents. Kidding. I know that you all are very kind, intelligent, and supportive of our common mission, and I appreciate that. Graduates, work hard, but work smart. Make the most of every opportunity. Be persistent, persevere. Set lofty goals. Don't settle. Don't waste the moment. Explore your options. But slow down. Smell the roses. Seize the day. Life's too short. Party while you're young. But be serious, because there's very little time for you to get on the right path in life. Make your dreams come true. Embrace and learn from failure. Be a great listener. Collaborate, but do your own thing. Be a critical thinker. Network. Think big, but act small. Be the change you want to see in the world and your community. I imagine it's hard to be a young graduate. People are full of advice. Everyone has an opinion on how you should run your life. There's an awful lot of social pressure from parents, from teachers, from friends, from the media, and even from superintendents. A lot of this pressure is overt. Behave in a certain way. Follow the rules. Work hard, and you'll achieve. Your dreams will come true if you just accumulate enough gold stars for doing what people think you should do. A lot of pressure is covert. Look a certain way. Think the same way. Speak the same way. Don't rock the boat. In the face of these social pressures, I've seen some young people, and some adults, quite frankly, retreat into themselves and build walls, buffers really against the world. Their days are spent trying to escape the next expectation. These are people who become our expert excuse makers, blame shifters. Some try to relieve the social stress they feel through unhealthy risk-taking. Think binge drinking, think smoking, think promiscuity, think drug abuse, think financial recklessness. If you peel back all the unhealthy risks and the recklessness, you'll often find a person with a sense of hopelessness, someone with a feeling that they can't possibly keep up and that it's all futile. And then there are the flawless among us. Those who jump into the race with both feet. They work hard, they follow the rules, they persist, they succeed, they achieve what appears to be the perfect life for the rest of us to envy. Great college, great careers, lots of money, bursting with friends, you know the type, pimples even pass them by. I'm here to tell you today that there is a lot of room for you between these two extremes, and that both extremes are unhealthy and are illusions. You can't turn your back on the world. You're part of it, an important and precious part of the world. There will never, ever, ever, ever be another you. And there's always an opportunity for you to succeed in something and grow in your hopefulness and grow in your happiness. You can't build a wall high enough to keep the world's expectations out. It's a Sisyphean task. And you can't be flawless. You can try, but you'll never get there. And in the process, you'll likely drive yourself to an unhappy place. I've seen many people toil mightily to project the right image for everyone else to see. But when you peel back that glossy veneer, there is an equal sense of futility in their exhausting struggle. Here's the awesome news. There's a lot of room between the two extremes for you. Here's a question for you. What's wrong with living your life just trying to be a good person? What's wrong with living your life just trying to be a good person? The answer is simple. There's nothing wrong with striving to just be a good person. In fact, somewhere along the line, we became addicted to the idea that good wasn't good enough. You all have jobs, but you will not be your job. If you find that you become synonymous with your job, you got bigger issues, you sort of lost yourself. Let a little of the social pressure go. All of us can do something special, regardless of what we do, how many friends we have, or how much money we make. Chew on this. Good can be great. Yes, you might cure a disease and save lives. That's certainly special. You might invent an important product, start the next Apple, Google, Instagram. That's certainly special. You might champion some social cause. That's special. Or maybe, just maybe, you're heading to an unpretentious college or some other experience where you're going to earn average grades. Then you're going to secure a series of decent jobs, get married, buy a modest home, and act as a good role model for your kids so that they grow up to know the difference between right and wrong. Now that's special. I would argue that raising a child in this complex world who knows the difference between right and wrong is harder than inventing the next best thing. Or maybe your life doesn't turn out the way you had hoped, you face failures and that sort of thing, but you were a good friend to someone when it really mattered. That might be your special purpose in life. Who knows? I'm not advocating for you setting the bar lower for yourself, so get that out of your mind. I'm not advocating for you to set the bar lower for yourselves. I'm just advocating for you to think more deeply about the bar itself and why that bar matters for you. It's okay to be good at a lot of things, special at just one thing, or special at lots of things. Get off the idea that there is a perfect path. There's certainly no need to retreat from life or struggle to be flawless. You'd be stupid to do either. Stupid's probably, I should use a more sophisticated word. It would be imprudent for you to pursue an extreme course. Enjoy who you are and not what others think you should be. Sometimes being good is great. Congratulations, class of 2016. Do a little something here. So I would be remiss if I did not mention and acknowledge your high school principal, Mr. Paisley. I don't think people have any sense of the complexity involved in leading a high school. While there is incredible joy to be found in the accomplishments of students and teachers, there is also a great deal of cognitive strain and emotional fatigue involved. And Mr. Paisley is an outlier. I think the average tenure of a high school principal in New York State is something like 5 years. Mr. Paisley has led Red Hook High School for over 20 years. His accomplishment is not something to be taken lightly. His career is something to be honored by our community and admired by his peers. So on behalf of the thousands of students that you have guided over the years, Mr. Paisley, the thousands of parents you have worked with, the hundreds of teachers you have influenced, and the colleagues you have mentored, I thank you for your 31 years of service to the Red Hook Central School District. It has been an honor, and you have certainly earned an honorary diploma from Red Hook High School. Now, I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention this really nice-looking young lady sitting over here to my right. Kelly Mosier has been on the board since 2001, so she'll be finishing this year. She's retiring from her board service. She's been a volunteer on the Board of Education for 15 years. And she has done right by this community and deserves a real big round of applause. So thank you, Mrs. Mosier. And I'd like to invite her to the podium for some words of wisdom.
I don't know about the words of wisdom, but I also would like to extend my good wishes to Mr. Paisley in his retirement and thank him on behalf of the board for his many years of dedicated service to the district. You will absolutely be missed, Mr. Paisley. Thank you. One thing I think that we can all agree on is that Dr. Seuss is one of our most beloved authors. And so today I thought I'd do something a little different, and I wrote my speech to the graduates in the spirit of Dr. Seuss. And I'm very happy to be able to speak to this class from which my nephew Scott graduates today. Shout out to him. So here we go. On behalf of the board, I'd like to say we're proud of you on this special day. You've made it through these 13 years. Yes, you and your peers deserve all the cheers. You've studied hard, perhaps partied harder, but hopefully we've made you smarter. You've listened and you've read some texts. You're ready for what now comes next. And that, my friends, is what's called life, which too often these days is filled with strife. Yes, among us all, there's too much friction, but I can tell you with conviction that you can make a difference there in some simple ways that I'll now share. First, whether you're off to college or taking a job in Baltimore, you need to keep in the top of your mind this simple lesson: always be kind. People are different and always will be. It's our similarities you must try to see. Opinions are fine, but they are just that. Remember the difference between opinion and fact. Don't draw lines in the sand that cannot be crossed. Politicians do that, and we all pay the cost. Be open instead, be a friend, be a beacon. Seek always to build up and never to weaken. Make room in your heart for how others feel. Be not one who hurts, but one who can heal. Respond not in anger if you disagree, but think to yourself, now what do they see? What makes them think so different than me? Social media seems to be anything but. If you want to be social, then I'll tell you what. Look up from your phones and talk to some peeps. The rewards you will reap, why, there will be heaps. I'll tell you that walking in the shoes of another is a pretty good way to see there are other ways you can think and ways you can act. And I recommend you do take that tack. For grads, you must truly bridge this divide that grows ever wider, and you must not abide. You the ones who are coming of age, you must make a choice as to how you'll engage. Will you close your eyes and your hearts to those who look and act different than me or than you? Or will you stand up and say, this must end? We all must be brothers. We all should be friends. We have just one world and we all must live here. So my message to you on this day is sincere. Do all that you can every day that you live to be kind, to respect, to accept, and forgive. Congratulations. Have a great summer. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Finch, Ms. Mosier, as high school principal, I certify that each member present here of the class of 2016 has fulfilled the requirements established by the Board of Education and the Red Hook Central School District and the New York State Department of Education, and is entitled to receive a Red Hook Central High School diploma or a general education diploma or a career and development and occupational skills credential. Class advisors, please come forward.
Victoria Rockefeller. Colin Bemis. Madeline Berg. Solomon Block. Caitlin Booth. Sienna Bourbeau. Michaela Brochetti. Eric Broadbeck. Sierra Baroud. Maeve Butcher. Holly Calabrese. Claudia Canjemi. Jacob Carter. Parker Cavati. Connor Christensen. Georgina Christensen.
Right, Georgina.
Brendan Klein. China Collins. Patrick Comerford. Trent Connors.
Darren Kuhn. Vic Cooper. Brooke Corbett. Matthew Corliss. Samuel Corliss. Lola Cornelian. Marissa Corsten. Adam Kostakis. Caitlin Crane. Zachary Decker. Justin Deckoff. Jennifer DeJoy. Kaylee Del Giudice. Miles DiMartino. Connor DePauli. Rachel DeSimone. Jordan Devereaux. Aiden Dorian. Nathaniel Dunst. Danielle Farrell.
Mackenzie Finger. Jane Finta. Vincent Flood. Abigail Foster. Madeline Friedman. Paige Gallo. Samantha Gorga. Joshua Griffin Jr. Emma Gruden. Cameron Hackett. Austin Haley Berry. Erin Hannon. Dennis Hare. Samuel Hart. Samantha Hughes. Jack Hughes. Chance Imperati. Wyatt Imperati. Kevin Jordan.
Travis Kastner. Joseph Kilmeyer. Kenya Kitson. Anthony Knight. Griffin Kopak. Hannah Koopsch. Matthew Ledenko. Robert Ledenko. Yuna Lee. Isabel Laguerre. David Liu. Michelle Locke. Maria Lopez Hernandez. Melissa Lynch. Mary McHugh. Austin Mann. Nicole Marisi. Jake Marshall. Carlin McEnroe. India Maida.
Nicholas Middich.
Nickage. The one you.
Scott Mosier. Laura Muldoon. Patrick Mullen Meckley. James Mulvey. Elizabeth Neese. Nicholas Norton. Jacob Osban. Brenda Palma Hernandez. Midori Pop. Midori Pumphrey. Charles Reardon. Jasmine Rendon. Aaliyah Rodriguez. Christian Rohrmeyer. Erica Rossetti. Caitlin Schmitz. Morgan Schultz. Clea Schumer. Ted Schumer.
Devin Scott. Lydia Seymour. Corey Silvernail. Caitlin Simmons. Caitlin Sinnott. Zachary Savulich. Maximilian Spagnoli. Matthew Streeter. Kylie Sullivan. Kensei Suzuki. Travis Tamanya. Alex Thierry. Valerie Titus. Kyle Torrey. Evan Teresi. I got it. Stephen Tosamak.
Yes, Caesar!
Lucas Tootin. Hunter Valentine. Isabel Vasquez. Rose Vigil.
Diana Vogt. Jared Vosberg. Sierra Wells. Elizabeth Westemeyer. Caleb Wutan. Sayori Yoshida. Eleanor Zellick. Jessica Zolch.
One last graduate that isn't here today because he's shipped out, Will Kostopic.
Could the marshals please come forward to escort the class of 2016 out?
Hey, Amanda.
Woo!
okay with sitting under?